let's get back to it because we're still in the middle of Super Tuesday 3, the battle for it all.
Somebody call in so Gene stops saying
yes,
that.
718-395-2351. That's 718-395-BEL1. If you're listening to us on the live show, I got to get the plugs in, by the way, while we're doing this. I want to thank everybody for listening to Behind Enemy Lines Radio. I'm Gene, he's Russ. And while I got you listening, check us out at www.behindenemylinesradio.us. You can check us out on the Facebooks and the Twitters at BEL_radio. And if you missed any part of the live show here Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on Spreaker, check us out at any one of our rebroadcast outlets, including WNJC 1360 AM on the Conservative Commandos Radio Network, Philadelphia's Renaissance Station, ICRN, the Internet's Conservative Radio Network, Red State Talk Radio, High Plains Talk Radio and Sackheads Media, and K98 Talk. And if you miss out on any of those rebroadcasts on all those times, which are in our network listings at www.behindenemylinesradio.us, you can check us out on demand at Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbay, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Player FM, I mentioned Podbay already, TuneIn, and our newest one, which is Google Play Podcasts. Russ still doesn't know how to get through all that. But by the way, Russ, we got a caller right now.
By the way, Gene does that all from memory. He has no script, I swear. He's just rattling all that.
That's just how I roll, people.
Unbelievable.
On the line with us right now, and I'm going to see if I can get him on. Caller, you are on the air. Is this who I think it is? It's the Yak Attack, everybody. Jacob Bard joining us from his blog, theyakattacks.blogspot.com. How you doing, pal? Oh, you know what? I can't hear you on air right now, so I'm going to just try to do a little bit of adjustments here and see how I can get you on air. You know what? I'm going to have to call you back and get you on air. I can hear you in my headset, but I can't hear you on air.
Yeah, we want to get Yak on the air because we're going to give Yak a minute or two.
I will call you back in a minute.
We're going to give Yak a minute or two. He's very, he's adamantly anti-Trump. So I'm dying to hear what he has to say, especially in light of the Trump train pulling out of the station. And he's a big Cruz guy. Nothing against Ted Cruz, really, except him blaming Donald Trump, blaming the victim for being attacked, that little thing. But yeah, I want to get Yak on. He was at CPAC, totally out of control. He guest writes on the blog once in a while. Really good friend of ours, good guy. But on this whole Ted Cruz, this insane Trump hating, he's a lot of whack. In my view,
he's a little off kilter, a little off center. But who isn't in politics these days? I'm calling him up right now, and hopefully we can get him on the air. I hear it ringing, and I'm going to see how he's on right now. Hopefully he remembers to pick up the phone.
He usually doesn't answer blocked numbers, though. That's the thing.
Yak, are you there?
I'm still the Yak.
All right, we got you now, pal. How you doing?
I'm so glad you dragged me to CPAC. Thank you, guys. It was amazing.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed CPAC. Listen, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it just like last time. I'm giving you 2 minutes to make your point. I will then mute you, and I will allow Russell to make his point when your 2 minutes are up.
All right, so am I up right now?
Ready, set, go.
Okay, now, Russ, you asked me in the chat room if Cruz is blaming Trump for the maniac that caused the Secret Service to, protect him and tackle the protester. Really? Did Cruz accuse the guy that attacked that attacker, or was it about the Chicago rally that Cruz and all the other candidates said, who, by the way, condemned, the Code Pink, Black Lives Matter, MoveOn.org guys? They're the real culprit here. But you can't tell me that the negativity, yes, there's an angry American, but guess what? Like Cruz told a Trump heckler, I don't tell you my supporters to punch you. So no one is blaming. Put it this way. Trump has the First Amendment right to hold a rally wherever he wants. But to punch someone, even though he's a smelly commie, a smelly lefty, and to encourage a culture of physically attacking protesters who have the same First Amendment right as Trump has, his First Amendment right to hold a rally, and to somehow make this that Cruz is anti-cop, anti-First Amendment, and I don't know. I think this has gone haywire, and I think we really need to get back and even as angry Americans, let's take a breather, zen it out.
All right, Yak, you still have a little bit of time left. Are you sure that you're done?
Whatever. Russ, take it.
All right, well, there's your time right there. I'm going to put you on mute now, Yak, and I'm going to allow Russ to really get into this right now. Russ, your time begins now.
All right, so first of all, let me just discuss the First Amendment a little bit. First Amendment, Yak, does not allow protesters to go into private political events and shut it down, which is basically what these guys are doing. They're going in, they're screaming, they're causing a ruckus, they're charging the stage and taking the podium in some instances I saw on TV. So that's not, they don't have a First Amendment right to do that. They have a First Amendment right to stand outside with a sign and do whatever they want to do outside, not inside. That's number one. Ted Cruz most certainly did say that Trump's speech has repercussions, that the things Donald Trump has said has repercussions. Cruz said this, Rubio said this, and Kasich said this. They all said it. Trump didn't punch anyone, and Trump never told any of his supporters to punch anyone. Never happened. That one old man, a 78-year-old man, punched a protester who was acting the fool and giving everybody the middle finger. At an event, by the way, where women and children go to. So guess what? The protester got punched. Trump had nothing to do with it. And in my view, he deserved it. And by you attacking Trump, guess what you do? You push guys like me further into that camp. I yield my time to Mr. Chairman, the remainder of my time.
All right. Russ, they both came under time. Now, do you want Yak to have a 30-second reply and then you can reply back, or how you want to handle it?
Absolutely.
All right, Yak, I'm going to give you... I'll give you 45 seconds because we all know you need a little bit of time to gather your thoughts. So go ahead, 45 seconds starting now.
Again, listen, I don't know what pushes a person to vote for one person or another person. I just know this. You cannot tell me that, again, I'm not talking about shutting down an event, but if someone shows up at a rally and is wearing a T-shirt that is not heckling. I mean, is that a case of the guy disrupting an event? I don't think so. There are many cases, but then again, it gets very complicated. But how can you not tell me? I mean, I show you clips where it goes on. I would like to punch the guy. And another clip, he said, "I'll pay for your legal fees." And by the way, that person you mentioned, what a sucker! He's not getting his legal fees paid. But again, how can you tell me that he did not encourage a culture of violence? Listen,
Yak, I got to cut you off there. I'm sorry, friend. Listen, I let you go 10 seconds over time. We're a little more strict here than the debates. So, Russ, 45 seconds starting now.
Yak, all I'm hearing still is you blaming Donald Trump for words that he said that caused chaos in Chicago and people to storm the stage. I just don't get it. You brought up a straw man argument, which the left uses this tactic. I'm surprised at you, Yak, saying that if somebody shows up to a rally wearing a T-shirt, that's their First Amendment right. That's not what this is about. Not one person have gotten thrown out of a Trump rally for wearing a T-shirt. The people in Chicago stormed the room and refused to allow Trump to speak. Trump has a First Amendment right to speak at an event or a political rally that he himself put together. He has the First Amendment right, not the protesters who are shutting him down. Straw man argument, Yak. Nice try, but shame on you.
And he came in under time, too. Yak, listen, thanks for calling in, pal. We'll talk to you after the show. Really appreciate you coming on. And right now, what we have to do is we have to go to final thoughts. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. My final thoughts are going to be pretty simple. I know we've been talking about a lot of Donald Trump, and he had a very big night tonight. But I would be remiss if I did not stand up for my friends. And that's kind of what I do. You know, I don't really care so much about the politics of the day as much as I care about the people around us. And one of the friends of our show is a woman by the name of Michelle Fields, who we've seen grow up from being an online contributor to PJ Media to internet TV sensation with Matt Damon and the clip that she did with him, to being on Cashing In on Fox and a Fox News contributor and a writer at Breitbart. And to see her mistreated and abused by a campaign manager for Donald Trump, Corey Lewandowski. And yes, folks, it did happen. There's video out there that says it. There's admissions out there that he says it. It's there, okay? Let's get that out of the way right now. To see someone who is so professional and so talented be treated that way while in the course of her job, to me is inexcusable. Corey Lewandowski should have been fired. If it was any other campaign, that campaign would have fired him on the spot. I know that Donald Trump likes to reward loyalty, and that's what I'm doing as well. I'm rewarding loyalty of a friend of the show who we talk to regularly, and I'm Team Michelle all the way on this. And all of us here at the show hope you're doing well, and can't wait to see what your next endeavor is going to be. And that's my final thought. Russ, it's on you, brother.
Gene, nice job. I'm going to refrain from going in depth on this one, but abused was a strong word, Gene, but I'll leave it there.
There were bruises on the arm.
Abused is a strong word. I'm going to leave it there. So my final thought is pretty simple. The Trump train's pulling out of the station. It's time for all you to get on board. When you thought it was going to be your guy, you told us to get on board, right? So now Trump is winning. He's getting on board. And if you're at a Trump rally, or at any rally that you support, anything you feel strongly about, and you see some leftist scum about to wreak havoc, do something about it. Do something about it, be a man, and do the right thing. You're damn right Donald Trump will pay his legal fees. That's all going to help him in the polls. Good job, Donald. I'm with you, buddy.
All right, the train's starting to leave the station, and so is the show, folks. Thanks for listening to the show. I want to thank Van Hipp for coming on the show. Next week, more of the same. Good night. God bless. Russ, we're going to shut this thing down. You ready to shut it down?
Please shut it down. Yak got me all perturbed.
We're on the train right now. We're going to see what happens, folks. See you next week. Our position's been compromised. It's time to roll out.
Yo, Diana.
At www.behindenemylinesradio.us and look for regular communications via Facebook and Twitter at BEL_radio. You are the resistance. Behind Enemy Lines. Part of the Conservative Commandos Radio Network. A rock radio production. Copyright 2015. Back in 7 days. Out.